Homecoming week continues. Tonight, the Lake Orion Dragons welcome in the Rochester Falcons. We've got it all for you here on Orion Neighborhood Television. Pregame is underwritten by Malash's Palace, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. The Malash family has been providing automotive services to the Lake Orion area since the 1950s. Stop by at 3800 South Lapeer Road or give them a call at 248-393-2222. Good evening, everyone. It is homecoming. I'm Doug Corliss. He's Chris Fritching. Out there is going to be football. As we said, the Dragons welcome in the Rochester Falcons. And Chris, it's homecoming. They know the task at hand. But all that being said, it's going to be really hard not to look forward to next week when the Dragons go to Clarkston.
Yeah, I think Coach Blackstock and the staff has set them up well to be able to understand the importance of tonight's game. You know, they come into tonight's game having rolled over Bloomfield Hills 42-6 last week. You know, they put up some great numbers offensively. I'm going to read some of these numbers. 35 points in the first half, 423 yards total offense, 8 yards a play. They ran for 375 yards on the ground, 8.9 yards a play. So, and defensively, they're playing. We've talked about the defense all year long. Last week against Bloomfield Hills, minus 24 yards rushing. Bloomfield Hills has. So this team is ready to play. The Rochester program is probably something similar to what we saw last week against Bloomfield Hills. And Coach Blackstock, bottom line, said, yeah, this is homecoming week, but bottom line, the number one job is to win the football game. And besides, the homecoming dance is a lot better, more exciting when you get a win.
Yeah, it is. Rochester comes in here, and when we're doing the pregame, looking things up, they've only had 3 winning seasons in the last 20 years. They've rolled over players, rolled over coaches. What does it take to get a program turned around and be a consistent winner?
You know, that's a tough question. We've been around here for forever, and you're right, Rochester hasn't been. Bottom line, there's just some schools that are football schools, some schools aren't. And you know, I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that there's 4 schools, Adams, Stony Creek, Rochester, and then Lutheran Northwest in Rochester Hills. I don't know if that has anything to do with the talent delusion anywhere, but it's just one of those situations where in the OAA red and the OAA white, which Rochester's in, they just haven't found that mix of administration or coaching or kids that can able to put them over the top. And so they were good way back when as a program, as you alluded to, as we were talking on the field earlier. But lately, it hasn't been that way, and it's just a matter of trying to find the right mix.
In the OAA red, Lake Orion is 1 game behind West Bloomfield. Clarkston is 1 game behind Lake Orion. Rochester Adams is 1 game behind Clarkston. We're getting to the end. We'll have 2 weeks left to the season, and you can't take your foot off the gas. There is no let up by anyone.
You know, at this point in the season, and with 3 games to go, the focus obviously is just winning the next game. If they win out, they're setting themselves up obviously for hosting a playoff game. If they win out and some things happen on the other end, you know, they've got an OAA red championship. Bottom line, if they win tonight, they've clinched a playoff spot. But when it's all said and done, as always coaches do, they take 1 game at a time, come out on top, and again, if the OAA red division comes out in their advantage and they win it, so be it. But they want a bigger championship later on down the road.
Mystery writers would love tonight because it's a dark, stormy night, but it's also homecoming. We've got alumni, we've got middle school bands, we've got the high school band. It should be a festive atmosphere. And by the way, let's have a Lake Orion victory on top of it. Stay with us. Pregame has been underwritten by Malash's Palace, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. The Malash family has been providing automotive services to the Lake Orion area since the 1950s. Stop by at 3800 South Lapeer Road or give them a call at 248 408-393-2222.
Hey, it's Owen TV here. Now, have you ever had the urge to create your own TV show? Or just wanted to see what goes behind the scenes of making one? Well, we have just the program for you. Owen TV offers production classes, which allow you to take control and create the programs you want them to be. To get started, all you have to do is sign up for a free orientation, and then register for one of our production courses. For more information, feel free to call us at 248-393-1060. Or go to orionontv.org and click register now to sign up for classes. We hope to see you soon.
Just before kickoff, homecoming weekend, the Lake Orion Dragons and the Rochester Falcons. Rochester is coached by head coach Eric Vernon. He's in his 11th year, 33-64 overall. The series goes back as far as 1950, and Lake Orion leads the series 18-14. The last meeting between these two teams was in 2013, and Lake Orion won 41-20. Chris, you've got keys to the game.
Yeah, I think number one, start fast. Get on the board early. Last week against Bloomfield Hills, Mitch Howell had a 67-yard run on the very first play of the game to put them up 7-0. And as they alluded earlier, they put 35 points on the board in that first half. Start fast. Get out early lead. Get some confidence. Get some other kids into the game and so forth. Number two, I look at the statistics this year. Lake Orion, from day one to now, is averaging 7.2 yards a play. So think about that from a what you can do standpoint thereafter. If you're averaging 7.2 yards a play, say on first down, your flexibility offensively allows you to do a number of things. And number three, I think, don't fall for the Hoko mojo. All right, don't fall for the homecoming pomp and circumstance. Focus on the game tonight. I think Lake Orion will do just that. They can have their fun playing the game, and they can have their fun at the dance tomorrow night.
Lake Orion will kick off. Connor Ross has it teed up. Bobby Croner, and Ian Carroll are back deep for Rochester. High end-over-end kick into the end zone. Rochester will take over 1st and 10 from their 20. Glad to have the boss, and I'm not talking Bruce Springsteen. I'm talking Ian Locke up here in the booth with us tonight.
Is the boss playing at halftime? He played at last week's halftime up at Michigan State, right?
He's still recovering from Alumni Band Weekend at Michigan State University. Rochester, their starting quarterback, Peyton Youngblood, talking with head coach Eric Vernon before the game. Peyton Youngblood was injured last week. They are starting a sophomore, Alex Bueno, at quarterback. He comes up under center, tight formation, motion this side, handoff up the middle. Good for maybe a yard to
Jesus Cruz on the tackle there.
Yeah, Jesus Cruz. I'm trying to see who the tailback was. That was number 8, which I don't have on my roster. So we've seen first game quarterbacks before, and the whole idea for this young man is don't let the game get too big for him. 2nd and 9, first pass incomplete, thrown behind Kellen Burke. It'll be 3rd down. Caden Beck on the coverage.
Yeah, your first game as a starter, as a young quarterback, and we obviously saw on the Lake Orion side a couple years back Blaze Lauer do that thing, lead the team as starting as a sophomore, and his ability to gain that confidence over the course of time. That's exactly what they're hoping for the Falcons with Bueno at quarterback.
Trips to the right. Aiden Harris comes in on a wing right, twins to the left. Bueno from the gun, empty backfield. Dragons stacking the line, fall out of it, pressure. Complete to Bobby Kroner. He's up to the 28. He's still going to be 2 yards short of the first down, and Rochester will punt.
They're running that no-huddle offense, but getting the play from the sideline. It makes it difficult for Lake Orion to be able to substitute guys early on, but at the same time, they're going to want to run clock, run tempo, so that they can keep their offense on the field. Rochester is keep Lake Orions off.
Mitch Howell back deep, taken at the 40. Coming up the left side, eludes one tackle, trying to cut back, cuts upfield. He's over midfield into Rochester territory at the 47-yard line, where the Dragons will take over 1st and 10.
Nice to be able to start your first drive on your opponent's side of the field.
We remind you, your first quarter of action is underwritten by Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza with 2 convenient locations in the Orion area, proud supporters of ONTV since 2009. Dragons come out double wide, double slot. Manzo, the lone back alongside Lauer. Manzo on the handoff, turns the corner over the 40, down to the 30, and they'll mark him down at the 30. It'll be a first down for the Dragons. And Chris, there you go, 17 yards on the first carry.
Not bad, not a bad starting. Increase those that yards per play, but nice job on the edge, finding that hole, and DeBrinket did a nice job of sustaining his block, allowing that first down to take place.
Double wide, double slot, Howell in motion. He gets the flip. He's trying to cut it upfield. He does. Gets inside the 20 to the 18. So yeah, the Dragon running attack has been potent. Stay with it. Stay with it till they can stop it. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line, approaching the 10-minute mark of the first quarter. Manzo on the handoff. He spills forward for about 6. It'll be 2nd down.
We were talking off air earlier about, Bloomfield Hills last week, minus 24 yards rushing. You can almost fall forward to gain yards.
A yard.
Yeah, Manzo falls forward and gets 5 yards there.
Drew Van Heck on the carry, flag down. He's inside the 5 and in for the touchdown, but this one's coming back. We have a Rochester player down. Flags are down around the 15-yard line. Our officiating crew, the referee is Wally Rose. And holding against Lake Orion. 2 yards. 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 2 yar Earl Jones is the head linesman. Doug Propust is the line judge. Matt McLaughlin is the umpire, and Mike McLaughlin is the back judge.
See if we can see the hold here.
Yep, right there.
He got his body turned a little bit, and that's exactly where the play was.
Yeah.
The flag was thrown. You know, we talked about the Lake Orion rushing attack. Kobe Manzo leads the Dragons, 747 yards on the ground, averaging 7.2 yards a carry. Blaze Lauer, your quarterback, almost 500 yards on the ground. He's averaging 8 yards a carry. Oh, by the way, Mitch Howell, he's only got 14 carries, but he's averaging 11 yards a carry. And then Drew Van Heck, 15 carries. He's averaging 7.1. So your top 4 backs, top 4 skill position players for the Dragons are all averaging over 7.1 yards a carry.
You know, and we've talked before that when you get 7.5 yards on first down, it really opens up your playbook to what you can do on second down. Number 23, who we do not have on our roster, was the injured player. Blaze from the gun. Looks, throws out on the wing, Sam Starrick. And we have another flag down on the 22-yard line. And this one may be coming back.
Yep.
Hey, Chris, we've talked all season long about how well the Dragon receivers have been perimeter blocking. That's twice that they've been caught at it.
Twice, and we've talked about it a number of times in some of our home games, is the sheer number of penalties. Lake Orion comes into tonight's game averaging 8.6 penalties a game. And at some point in time, as we've talked about, that's going to come back and bite you.
Backs them up to the 32-yard line. It'll be second down and 23. Trips to the left, single wide right. Blaze rolling, looks, throws back, Starrick. Splits a tackler, and he's got a first down inside the 10. Little wide receiver screen, and the blockers got out, and Sam did the rest on his own.
Yeah, ball flow, and the whole tempo is coming to your left, throws back to the right. Great job downfield, avoiding the would-be tacklers, knowing where the sticks are, getting that first down.
Sergio Figueroa gave him a little help, pushing him up to the sticks. First and goal. And we're going to stop this one. False start by the Dragons. So that'll back them up 5.
So this first drive, they're moving the ball, but they're also beating themselves. 6 plays they've had on this drive, 3 penalties.
3 penalties. So first and goal from the 14. Handoff, Drew Van Heck coming around the edge. Gets a block and in, touchdown Lake Orion Dragons. I didn't see who that was. I think it was Mitch Howell on the end. Sealed the block off and stayed with it and kept his hands in. Right there.
Yep, Kobe Manzo.
Kobe Manzo.
And then a block downfield by DeBrinket.
Connor Ross on for the extra point. Mitch Howell will hold. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. 8:30 to go in the first quarter. Dragons lead 7-0. Today's game is a copyrighted presentation of Lake Orion High School's Dragon Broadcasting Program and Orion Neighborhood Television. Last school year, the Lake Orion High School Broadcast Program was awarded the title of Best Overall Program in the Country. We brought you over 80 live sporting events, and we plan to match that again this year. Plus, you can catch our award-winning daily live newscast, LOAM. Tune in at dragonbroadcasting.org. I'll also remind you that the scoreboard for the first half is underwritten by Legacy 925, located at 925 North Lapeer Road in Oxford. Legacy 925 is your one-stop shop for family fun, providing dining, music, entertainment, go-karts, trampolines, and so much more. For more information, visit their website, thelegacy925.com. Connor Ross puts a foot into it, high over end kick into the end zone. It'll come out 1st and 10 at the 20. The wind is blowing south to north. I'm sure that's going to help a little bit tonight. And did you chart how many plays that was? Because I did not.
7 plays.
7 plays and 3 penalties.
14-yard touchdown run by Van Heck. That's your fast start, but you got to clean up the penalties.
3 penalties in your opening drive is not a good sign. So the Falcons come out. Little confusion with their receivers. Now get one back in the backfield. Motion, hand off to number 1, Bobby Croner, and he stopped for maybe a half-yard loss or no gain. They're calling it maybe a slight gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9.5. Dragons did a good job flowing to the ball.
I'm just about to say, you can tell early on the differential in quickness on both sides of the football already.
Coach Eric Vernon told me in pregame they've only got 2 or 3 players over 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pass throw to Croner. He's not going to get much. Jesus Cruz was in there.
Just you see on a play like that, just the ultimately there's about 4 or 5 green hats to the football, and they're all taking good quality angles to try to corral that wide receiver there, and it just that's the fast flow of football that we're talking about.
Luke Spencer is in at one of the safety spots. Cade Manzo is on the sideline. Double wide, double slot look for Rochester.
They're going to call a timeout. Rochester 6. No. Ooh.
And we're going to have a procedure call go against Rochester. It was late getting the call.
Yeah, I was watching Coach Vernon on the sideline. He was signaling timeout, but the officials obviously didn't see that.
Well, the officials are set up outside the player's box. That's where he's got to communicate to his wide receiver, who's right there. And Coach Vernon's calling the offense over there. Back, pressure. Scrambling, taken down by Ari Curtis. Alex Bueno tried to turn the corner, and he got a little speed, but Ari Curtis just ran him down.
Yeah, I mean, Kroll ends up taking their poor angle, attacking the front shoulder of Bueno that time, and I thought Bueno was going to be able to get away, but the sheer speed of Curtis tracked him down for a big loss.
High snap, high kick, fair catch called for and taken by Mitch Howell on the Rochester 35-yard line. So, Chris, we always talk about field position. The Dragons are winning that battle here in the early going.
It's a big part of the game, and that's why special teams are so important, as you well know.
As we well know.
You've had a few few
Had a
practices
few.
with special teams under your belt, haven't you?
Had a few. You can look really good or you can look really bad. There's almost no in between. I formation in the backfield. Marlon Robinson up the middle. Ball's out. Down to the 32. Recovered by number 59, Nick Leonis. And Rochester gets the ball right back at their own 31.
Well, that's one thing you don't want to obviously do. Marlon got a nice hole, but number 2, Camden Williams did a nice job of getting that shoulder pad right on that football and popped it out. Rochester takes over 1st and 10 from their own 31.
Rochester gets new life. They come out twins to the left. One wide out right and a receiver set up on a wing right. Bueno on the keeper. He gets about to the 37, but we have a flag. We will check it out. The referee threw the flag. Holding against Rochester. So that'll back them up 5, make it a 1st down and a whole bunch. 1st and 18, or 1st and 23 from the 18. Bueno on the carry, gets it back up to the 20.
Actually, Doug, that's Ryan Jackson in there.
Is it Jackson?
Number 9.
Yeah.
Bueno's out here on the as wide receiver now.
Yeah.
Now they're flipping him around. They're flip-flopping Jackson and Bueno under center, or at least in the quarterback position, not necessarily under center.
Yeah. Trips left, Twins right, empty backfield for Bueno. They're taking a lot of time getting the play called. They're down to 3 seconds on the play clock. Crowd complete over the middle. And he's got a 1st down, is number 24, who went off earlier with an injury, and I do not have on my roster.
Nice job finding the crossing route, and
did a good catch and run.
Avoided Caden Beck, is able to get that 1st down.
On a 2nd and 23, gets a 1st down out of it. 5 wides for the Falcons.
If you're Rochester, again, you're going to use all that play clock as best you can.
Yeah. Down to 5. Tried a little bubble screen, was knocked down. Looked like by Sinai Pillow on a blitz, on a corner blitz.
Yeah, and a ball thrown that quickly, all you got to do as a defensive lineman is, you know you're not going to get to the quarterback. Get your hands up, get in the passing lane, get a hand on it. That was what was done right there.
So Twins right, single wide left on 1st down. Handoff up the middle for maybe 2 yards is number 2, Camden Williams. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 8 from the 44, approaching the 3:30 mark here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, they're starting to call the play about, right now the play clock's at 15 seconds. They're starting to call the play at 15 seconds. They got 3 kids on the sideline with big cards, 4 kids, excuse me, big cards calling out a personnel group or a formation.
Blitz, caught, first down by number 1, Bobby Kroner.
They've had success. That little slot receiver running the crossing route. 2 big first downs on this drive.
Dragons brought the house that time, and they got the pass away and completed. First down, first time that Rochester's been in Lake Orion territory tonight. They're coming out trips to the right with it looks like a flanker to the right. And single wide
They're
out
gonna have
left.
to call timeout.
That's an odd looking formation. You have 4 wide receivers to the right side.
And they got it off.
Pressure comes, and Bueno evaded the pressure. How he got through there, I don't know, because Lake Orion brought the house again. He got a gain of about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. They're calling a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. I'm looking at these flashcards they have across the way. One has a panther, and the other one I saw had the Ohio State symbol. That all must mean something to them. Handoff up the middle, brought down is Ryan Jackson. Isaac Kinney in on the stop along with Joe Thiede.
You know, Rochester comes in having lost a triple overtime game last week against Troy Athens, 44-38. So, you know, certainly they can put points on the board. Athens is 3-3 right now.
Yeah.
They did struggle in there. Rochester did struggle against Oak Park and Groves and Seaholm. They shut out Troy, 37-0.
5 wides. Looks, throws, almost picked off by Austin Kroll.
Yeah, Kroll, when he looked, I don't know if he slipped on the break. That's why he was only able to get the hand on it, but heck of an effort knocking it down. He stays on his feet. He's gone for 6.
So it's 4th down and 5, and Chris, this is the area we've talked about. It's kind of that no man's land, so you may as well go for it.
That's the thing too, you know. Yes, but if you're Rochester, don't you play that field position game?
Yeah, I would think.
You know, just force them to drive the football longer.
Bueno tried to rush it up the middle, and he was met by Bobby Birchfield. Or I'm sorry, Joey Thiede, number 36.
You know, Thiede just drives Kamau, the right tackle, right back into the quarterback, and it's just a flat-out bull rush, and Strength won that particular battle. He got to Bueno. Lake Orion takes over, 1st and 10.
Lake Orion takes over on the 47. Marlon Robinson up the middle.
You know what? That gain was a 5-yard gain, but I like that decision because they went right back to Marlon Robinson. The last carry, he fumbled the ball, and so they're going back to him to provide him hopefully that confidence to say, you know what, we trust in you, we believe in you, you can do this. Nice call by the Dragons offensive staff, Coach Fisher.
Starrick on the end around. Maybe going to be either no gain or maybe a yard loss. I think they're going to mark him down no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 5 as we're inside 15 seconds here in the 1st quarter.
Lake Orion comes into tonight's game averaging 40% on 3rd down.
Blaze looks, throws, complete. Drew Van Heck got a 1st down and more. Down to the 30, and the 1st quarter will come to an end. We've played one. The Dragons lead the Rochester Falcons 7-0. Yeah, let's go down to our sideline reporter. Here's Dave Sasewski.
Hey guys, I'm down here and Coach Blackstock is preaching to clean it up. Obviously a couple penalties early on, but his message to the team yesterday, don't take the rat poisoning. Don't take the rat poisoning. What's that mean? Don't listen to the chatter. Obviously highly favored in this game. A couple messy plays, but let's see if they can clean it up here going into the second quarter.
Thanks, Dave.
Back to you guys.
Yeah, I don't think rat poisoning is very good. I really don't.
The second quarter of this game is underwritten by Buffalo Wild Wings of Lake Orion. Lake Orion's postgame headquarters, Buffalo Wild Wings of Lake Orion, is located at 770 North Lapeer Road and offers a full menu for all ages. For more information, visit the website buffalowildwings.com or call 248-814-8600. First and 10 for the Dragons from the 31. Blaze back to throw. Look, going deep. Got a receiver. Touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons. Drew Van Heck, and they made it look easy.
Made it look easy, and Blaze could have thrown to about 3 different guys there. We had a hitch route on the bottom of the route. He had 2 guys running verticals. He picked the one on the inside of the 3. Nice, easy pitch and catch. Touchdown, Lake Orion.
And look, he's got nobody around him.
Yep.
And either one of the receivers, Mitch Howell had a couple steps on his defender. So Connor Ross in for the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, kick is good. 11:53 in the second quarter. Dragons increase their lead to 14-0.
That's Van Heck's 5th touchdown on the year.
Yeah.
Thanks to Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Broadcasting, you can watch LOHS Sports live online all year. We've got a full schedule of varsity football, volleyball, and more this fall, plus concerts and ceremonies. It costs less than $10 per month to watch sporting events, and half that money goes back to the LOHS program. Be sure to designate Lake Orion High School when you set up your account. Get started at dragonbroadcasting.org. ONTV thanks our student crews for their hard work and dedication to bringing Dragon sports to the world.
So 53 yards in 3 plays. That is offensive efficiency. Connor Ross has it teed up. Number 1, Bobby Kroner, and number 6, Ian Carroll, back for Rochester. Connor puts a foot into it, into the wind, taking it the 10, out to the 30 comes Ian Carroll, and the Falcons will start out 1st and 10. They're calling it the 31.
Well, we talked, we were texting each other on the way over the last couple days, and we thought weather was going to be a factor in tonight's game. It's actually beautiful out there right now.
It's turned out to be a nice night.
Yeah. I think the rain's coming a little bit later on tonight, but nonetheless, it's been nice so far.
You know what? We need a home game without rain. We've had one all year, and that was the Southfield A&T game. 4 wides for Rochester on 1st down. Handoff up the middle goes absolutely nowhere.
Cruz and Coltrane.
And it's good to see Casey back. You know, he had that injury against Oxford. It's good to see him back at 100%. And Jesus Cruz, he has had a really good year this year at that nose tackle spot.
It's hard to move a guy that big.
It is. 4 receivers right, single wide out left. Bueno back to throw, going deep, got a receiver. broken up by Dylan Altman.
Yeah, that's good coverage by Altman. He just right on the back pocket of Kroner and had the proper hand up to distract. And yeah, the ball was overthrown a little bit, but nice coverage by Altman.
Kroner wanted a flag. He's not going to get it. So it's 3rd and 10.
Hopefully that rule, that NFL rule, never gets to the high school level where you can challenge a pass interference.
Well, you look at the logistics just for any replay. It would be really difficult to do.
See, but the ONTV crew would be able to provide those replays.
That's right. We can have the referee run out to the truck.
That's right.
Rochester's going to take a timeout with 10:19 to go in the second half. Filmmakers, be ready. The Wildwood Film Festival will be kicking off on Thursday, October 24th at the ONTV studio located at 1349 Joslin Road. Teams will be given their requirements, which include a prop, location, and a line of dialogue that is to be included in their film. You'll have until 6 p.m. on Tuesday, October 29th to submit the film. On Wednesday, the 30th, the films will be viewed and judged at 7 p.m. at Oxford 7 Cinema in Oxford. Open to all ages. It costs $25 per team to enter, and winners will be chosen in adult and youth categories. That's 16 and under. The contest benefits the Lake Orion High School students offering support program. To register, go to www.ontv.org or call 248-693-3377. So 3rd down and 10 for Rochester. They've got 4 wides. Bueno, back to throw, going deep, got a receiver. What an over-the-shoulder catch and taken down. Again, it's number 24, who we don't know who he is, but Caden Beck caught up to him and brought him down. And talk about an over-the-shoulder catch.
Nice ball. That's a difficult catch for any receiver.
It is.
You got a defender on your backside. You're catching it up and over your shoulder. Well executed by the Falcons.
Your head is actually turned back over your body, trying to see the ball coming down. We'll find out who number 24 is so we can give him a few props here later on in the game. Ryan Jackson is the running back with Bueno, and I think he's going to get called for leaning. He was leaning forward a little before the snap. So that'll back him up 5. It'll make it 1st and 15 from the 17. 9:47 to go here in the second quarter. Falcons come out. Twins to the right. Single wide out left. Receiver set up on a wing left. It's number 42, Aiden Harris, lined up on a wing. And Rochester's going to take another timeout.
You know, that's the thing, too, is the second timeout this drive. And you got to wonder if it's the new young quarterback that's having to the fact that Coach Vernon's calling these timeouts a little unclear, maybe the play call, the signals from the sideline, whatever it might be. So here's the catch. Bueno does a nice job of stepping up in the pocket and throwing. And look at how, that's a heck of a job.
Look how far back his head goes looking for that ball. What a job.
Great camera work, too.
Yeah, Joe Johnson's on vacation, and Tessa Bratton is our sideline camera person, and she was right where she should be. What a job. Oh, Tessa got a promotion. She's the new production manager at Orion Neighborhood Television. Every now and then you got to come back to your roots. So now it's 1st and 15. Rochester has 1 timeout left. Lake Orion has their full complement of 3. Twins right, single wide left. Handoff, number 9, Ryan Jackson, and he was stopped by number 22, Ilario Marcoux. And
he was stopped all right. Marcoux just came from his
form tackle.
Came from his linebacker spot. Made the play.
Down to 15 on the time clock, play clock. Pass over the middle, complete. Touchdown for number 42, Aiden Harris, out of his wingback position. And he just snuck through the middle and didn't have anyone around him. And Bueno hit him.
The little play action forced the linebackers to come up, and Harris had a clean release. Wide open touchdown, Falcons.
Camden Williams on for the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up. Kick is good, 8:30 to go in the second quarter. Rochester cuts the lead, 14-7. Larry Buss and the crew at Jets Pizza, located at 1091 South Lapeer Road, have been a proud supporter of Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Athletics since 2009. Jets supplies catering for cast and crew. Thank you, Larry, for your continued support. Give them a call at 248-814-7559. And hey, order dinner tonight.
Sounds good to me. You buying?
They got it down in the truck.
Okay. All right, just checking.
So a good half of football. Both teams seem to have woke up a little bit. Lake Orion's had 2 good drives, and Rochester had a good drive on this last series.
Well, you got to feel good if you're Rochester. I mean,
sure.
that was a nice drive, well executed, and they're right back in this ball game.
High short kick taken by Drew Van Heck, and he's going to be stopped about the 32-yard line. Little pooch kick, and Drew Van Heck was very alert to see it, let it bounce. He didn't try to do too much with it and went down right away. So Dragons take over 1st and 10 from their own 32.
You know, we don't have time of possession stats up here, but Falcons are playing the game that they want to play. They're leading in time of possession. I do know that. They're keeping that Dragon offense, whose averages over 36 yards a game, off the field. And now they just got to get some stops defensively if you're the Falcons.
Manzo up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle.
And as soon as
he's
I say
in the open field, and he's going to go. Touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons. 78 yards, 1 play.
Well, and that's why you want to keep that Dragons offense off the field, because they can strike so quick. Manzo from 67 yards out. Nice block right there. But he's so strong, he's able to run through tacklers.
Good job there, stepping out of a tackle.
Look at the blocking downfield.
Mitch Howell just got enough of a block to put him off. And again, the strong legs of Kobe Manzo gets it in for the touchdown. Connor Ross on for the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up. Kick is good. The Dragons increase their lead to 21-7.
Maybe time of possession doesn't matter.
But you know what? Answer a score with a score.
Yeah, I mean, again, last week they started the first play of the game, 67-yard run to Howell. 67-yard touchdown by Manzo here. Quick strike.
Yep.
That's what Lake Orion does.
Talking with running backs coach Mike Heath before the game, and we all marvel at what Kobe can do. They brought up a sophomore running back this week, number 41, Nazir Lardell, and Coach Heath said, "Watch this kid. He is going to be, you wish you could keep Kobe Manzo around forever, but there are limits of how long you can stay in high school." But he said Lardell's going to be the real deal.
That's Kobe's 7th rushing touchdown of the year.
So Connor Ross has it teed up. Approaches. High short kick. Taken at the 25-yard line and dropped by number 15, Tariq Massey. And so Rochester will take over 1st and 10 from the 15. It almost looked like one of the upbacks caught the ball and flipped it back.
I think you're right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Either I don't want to be hit or
I don't want
you
it.
could do something with
you
it.
take it. So the Falcons come out twins left, single wide right, single back in the backfield. Oh, snaps through his legs. He did a good job to fall on it, and he fell on it on the 1. A low snap in the gun, and Bueno had the wherewithal. They've got it marked on the 2. So now it's 2nd down and 24. Bueno from the gun. Oh, I'm sorry, he's under center. And we got a flag. Thrown by the referee, Wally Rose, and it's going to be a procedure call against Rochester. That'll back it up to the 1. Well, they'll repeat 2nd down. James McCoy in at that nose tackle spot, replacing Jesus Cruz. And number 4, Mitch Duffy, is in at one of the safety spots.
They're going to have to go. They didn't get it off. They didn't get it off. I think that is what exactly what's happening.
Game.
They're just, first game as a quarterback, a young quarterback. The varsity spotlight's on him right now. He's against one of the better teams in the state at his own 1-yard line.
Yeah. So twins to the left, single wide right. Pressure. Throws it. Almost intercepted. And are they going to call grounding? A flag went up.
They might call safety.
They're going to talk about it to see if it was intentional. There was no Rochester receiver in sight.
Yep.
Intentional grounding, and that's going to be a safety. So the Dragons will tack on 2, and they're going to get the ball back. And really, it wasn't Bueno's fault. It was all caused because of the low snap.
Well, they had the low snap, then they had the penalty, then they had to delay a game.
Yeah. So that makes the score, should be, 23-7. Rochester will have the free kick from the 20-yard line.
Just bringing pressure on a young quarterback and force him to do something he's not comfortable doing, and that's what Lake Orion did that drive there.
Mitch Howell will go back deep. Isaac Kinney and Sinai Pillow. Actually, Sinai's dropping deep. And Mitch is the up back on this side. Mitch and Marlon Robinson are the up backs.
Lots of people here tonight. Look at the band in the south end zone there. How big it is.
Yeah. I don't think the weather held many people out tonight.
It's homecoming. You can't let weather
You
control
can't.
your,
No,
your
you
fun and
can't.
excitement.
No. High kick taken by Marlon Robinson short of the 40. He's over the 40 into Rochester territory and down at the 39. Where Lake Orion will take over 1st and 10. Yeah, ball's marked on the 39. Dragons break the huddle. Mason Slocum, let's talk about the job he's done leading both the offensive and the defensive lines this year. He never comes out. Oh, fumble, but taken back. That was Nazir Lardell on his first carry. And I don't know if it was nerves or the speed, but he just never corralled the handoff. Rochester, let's watch this. Now, he never got the handoff. Did a good job trying to get it back in, but it went on the ground, and Rochester recovered.
Well, that's how you keep a team in the game.
So Rochester takes over at their own 35. That is the second fumble that Lake Orion's lost tonight. Pressure coming, down he goes. Austin Kroll and Joe Cady and others. And you know, Chris, we saw it earlier with Marlon on his fumble. You'll probably see Nazir go right back in next series. So a loss of 4, it's 2nd down and 14 from the Rochester 31. 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Throwback complete. Number 24 is brought down by number 24, Isaac Kinney. I think Roger Smith has a name for number 24 when I.
Well, I'm sure he has a name too.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm sure number 24. He's not just called number 24.
He's not. We did not see that on our roster.
He's played well.
He has. Yeah, the rain's starting to come down.
Oh, did we jinx them? I think we jinxed them. We shouldn't have said anything about the weather, right?
Yeah, well. Bueno looks, intercepted. Caden Beck back up to the 45 of Rochester.
Yeah, Bueno was trying to throw to number 24, and that ball just floated high. And Beck was sitting right there from a safety spot. You can see back to the left of your screen. Good protection for the Falcons. Yeah. But you know what? Ari Curtis got his arm up and high, and I think that forced Bueno to throw the ball high. Number 24 wasn't quite coming across as hard as he probably should have been. Had he done so, he probably would have gotten into the lane to knock it, to make the catch.
And there he goes.
You called it, Doug.
Yep. Nazir Lardell on his first varsity carry goes for a first down, right up the middle. And that had to feel like a huge load off his shoulders.
Go back and give him the ball.
Trips left. Lardell again. Gain of about 2 they're going to give him. It'll be second down.
You know, as much as a workhorse Kobe Manzo has been this year, you know, he's got over 800 yards now rushing. At some point in time, as you work your way through the latter part of the season and into the playoffs, you're going to need a balance of other backs to be able to carry the ball for you.
Blaze on the keeper,
And
going
there's one of
around, down to the 10. Touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons. They did the play fake to Lardell, and the whole defensive line closed in on him. Blaze took it around left tackle and went unmolested into the end zone. 29-yard TD run for Blaze Lauer with 4:15 left here in the second quarter. Connor Ross on for the extra point. Howell holding. Isaac Kinney is the long snapper. Ball's down. Kick is up. Kick is good. 4:15 left. It's now 30-7 Lake Orion.
And that's just flat out speed. I mean, look at that. There's nobody there.
Nobody there going to catch him. While you do the next promo, I'm going to find out who number 24 is.
Be sure to tune in to replays of your favorite games right here on ONTV. Tune in Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 1 p.m. for the most current games in our lineup. Games are also replayed throughout the week, so check our program guide on our webpage at orionontv.org for replay times that best fit your viewing schedule. Also visit our YouTube link for games on demand, orionontv.org. 4:15 to go here in the second quarter. Now a rainy second quarter, 30-7. The Dragons over the Falcons. Dragons have had 2 turnovers to Rochester's 1. Lake Orion was able to capitalize on that last interception by Caden Beck with a 29-yard touchdown run by Lauer.
And he's down on the 30. We found out that number 24 is Preston Scheuer. Shoyer. Good enough. Thank you to the PA booth for that information. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Rochester at their own 32 with 4:12 left. It doesn't, I don't know, can you see out there if it doesn't look like it's a real hard rain. Yeah. Couple umbrellas are popping up here and there.
We don't need one here.
No, we got the best seat in the house. Handoff on the sweep. Number 1, Bobby Croner. Up over the 40 to the 41, and we do have a flag. I think it's going to be a block in the back against Rochester. Uphold. So that'll back them up 10. We'll repeat first down. Looks like it's going to be first down and about 18. Spot foul, looked like the spot was 2 yards up.
A lot of holding penalties called tonight.
Yeah, there are. So Rochester comes out. And
Flinched, yep.
Yep, I think they're going to get the center because he looked like he simulated the snap and never snapped it. And then he snapped it. So that'll back them up another 5. And Coach Vernon is not happy. They're going to take their last time out, and he is not happy with his offensive line. We'll remind you, DVD copies can be purchased by calling ONTV at 248-693-3377 or 248-393-1060. For only $10, you can get a copy of not only this game, but any game or program in our broadcast vault, including the Powder Puff game from last night. DVD copies at 248-693-3377 or 248-393-1060.
I heard you were on the call last night.
We were on the call. It went very quickly. I think there was only one pass thrown all night.
Is that right?
It was a ground battle.
Who won?
Seniors put on a show.
Yeah.
Handoff. Bueno on the keeper. Play fake to Croner. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 22 from the 20.
Couple scores from around the OAA Red. Clarkston 10, Rochester Adams 0 at half.
TK Fikes is in at one of the corner positions. Junior defensive back. Bueno looks, throws, caught. Breaks one tackle, Caden Beck takes him down. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2 from the 30.
West Bloomfield up 21-0 over Bloomfield Hills. Southfield A&T 20-0 over Oxford.
Clarkston and Adams is tonight.
They are 10-0 Clarkston over Adams right now at half.
Not that I'm scoreboard watching, but double wide, double slot. Look for Rochester. Single back in the backfield. Bueno back, got pressure.
Oh,
They're going to call pass interference on Dylan Altman, and he got there the same time the ball did.
Sure looked like it from here. I thought the timing was good. That flag was out awfully quick.
It was. So Coach Blackstock's going to have a word with the line judge on this side. So that'll move it up to the 46-yard line. Be 1st and 10 with 2:37 to go. Yeah, I thought that was great coverage by Dylan. Handoff up the middle, Benton dropped. Isaac Kinney. That, I believe, was number 9, Ryan Jackson, and Isaac Kinney met him at the line. So 2nd and 11. Bueno dropped. Ari Curtis. Nope, I'm sorry. Joe Thede. Nope, Casey Coltrane.
That's one of the things that Rochester at the beginning of the year they talked about. There was only 3 starters coming back on offense, and they said both offensive and defensive lines were going to be a struggle for them earlier in the year. And obviously you're seeing the quickness and the speed and the power of that Dragons defensive line and linebackers just disrupting what's going on in the backfield with Bueno.
While we have him, let's go down to the field, and here's Dave Sasevsky.
Hey guys, I'm down here. Coach Blackstock says he's a lot happier with his defense and offense, cleaning things up here in the second quarter. Much different story. The demeanor here down on this sideline is electric. on that safety. The crowd was so loud you couldn't hear anything. Rochester has that crowd going against them, and it stopped raining right now, but that's something to look at as the game goes on. It's going to be hard to pass the ball. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Dave. It'll be 3rd down and 16 for Rochester from the 40 when we resume.
Well, Lake Orion took that timeout there because to save some clock, hopefully get a stop here on 3rd down and get the ball back to be able to put some points on the board before half.
Lake Orion will receive the second half kickoff. Trips to the right, single wide left, pressure, screen, short, flag.
There's going to be a hole. There's going to be a hole, but I think you're going to decline this penalty because it
would make it 4th down.
Correct. I couldn't quite tell, but it was almost like a.
Well, it was a quick play because the Dragons were bringing everybody. So 4th down, and Rochester's going to punt. Trying to see who the punter is. Nice kick, fair catch called for by Mitch Howell. They're going to mark him down on the 27-yard line. 1:43 to go in the second quarter. It's 30-7, Lake Orion. During this sports season, ONTV will be covering a large variety of games. Our sports coverage will include varsity football, volleyball, boys soccer, and more. Select games will be streamed live on dragonbroadcasting.org and will be replayed on our channel Comcast 10 and AT&T Channel 99. Visit Orion ON TV for more. Pass, Starek, got it. Catch, 1st down, Dragons inside the 45.
The protection, the ball, and the ball placement by Lauer was outstanding. He put it only where one guy can make that catch. Great job toe touching on the sideline for a big 1st down.
Trips to the left, Starek, lone wide out right. Pass, caught, dropped. Mitch Howell had it and just couldn't get his hands in.
It's one of those things when you're going over the middle like that. I don't know if he out of the corner of his eye saw the safety sitting on top. He's shaking his head. He knows he should have had that.
No, it was brought up as because it's a wet ball. These guys wear gloves that you can catch a football in an ocean. Kobe Manzo cutting it up the middle. He's inside the 10, the 5, and brought down at the 5. With 1:23 left to go. Now the technology in receivers' gloves these days, they are very, very tacky when that ball comes at you.
Plenty of time for the Dragons.
Mitch DeBrinket in a tight end's position. Kobe Manzo up the middle. They're going to mark him down at the inside the 1. The clock was stopped for some reason. I think the officials are talking it over whether he was in or not. Nope, and they're going to call it 2nd down from inside the 1. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff. Kobe Manzo, touchdown Lake Orion Dragons. Just like that.
Little sidestep, the big pile. Shows his agility
Yeah, and the offensive line just collapsed everything down. He had to miss. He had to make one guy miss. Connor Ross on for the extra point. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. 51.8 seconds left to go in the second quarter. It's 37-7.
You don't look at the time Lauer's got.
And look at the blocking Kobe's got in front of him.
And you know what? We talk all year about Manzo and Lauer and the guys and the rushing average per player, but it's because of those 5 guys up front that are doing a heck of a job.
Yes.
That don't get the notoriety, but certainly need to. That protection, Lauer's got all day to throw. Manzo's got holes that he can, like you said, run a truck through. And just kudos to them and what they're doing up front to be able to put 375 yards on the ground last week, to be able to rush for all the yards they've rushed for this first half.
And
they're pretty impressive.
I know that we're 2/3 of the way through the season, but this offensive line has come together so well. Short kick, fair catch called for, and taken on the 32-yard line by number 14, Kellen Burke. So Rochester will take over. Oh, yeah, they're calling it on the 33-yard line. 1st and 10. Rochester is out of timeouts. Lake Orion has 2. We have not seen Cade Manzo on the field in most of the second quarter. And they're just going to do a kneel down. They're still going to have to snap the ball again because they're going to be in. The 40-second clock will expire before they can get a playoff. And Coach Vernon's saying kneel down.
23 straight points for the Dragons here in the second quarter after the Rochester touchdown. And like you said, they get the ball back at halftime, up 30 going into halftime.
We've reached halftime. The Lake Orion Dragons lead the Rochester Falcons 37-7. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Orion Dragon football here on Orion Neighborhood Television. Halftime is sponsored by Malash's Palace, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, located at 3800 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. Malash's Palace has been serving Lake Orion's automotive needs since the 1960s.
From the Lake Orion Varsity cheer and dance teams. Ladies, the field is yours.
2018 Homecoming Halftime is presented by the Lake Orion Leadership Class. Our theme has been Decades, voted on by our student body in the spring of 2018. Throughout the week, we have hosted the annual Homecoming Parade, Activity Night, Dress-Up Days, Hypnotist Show, and the epic Powder Puff Game. At this time, please welcome to the field the 2019 Dragon Marching Band and Color Guard, conducted by Mike Steele, playing everyone's favorite 80s tune, Take On Me. Thank you, Dragon Marching Band. Again, we want to make sure you all know tonight's theme is Welcome to the 80s. While the 2019 leadership class sets up for tonight's festivities, we want to make a special shout out to all of the games and activities we've played this week. We've had an amazing week and look forward to 1,400 students attending tomorrow night's dance. Let it go. Up next, we'd like to welcome our 2019 court members and their families who were voted on by our student body this week. The leadership class held elections, and these are the student representatives from each of the graduating classes. At this time, please put your hands together and offer a warm welcome representing the freshman class of 2023, Melissa Ordona and Wyatt Polacek. Melissa is the daughter of Margio Rowland, and Edgar Ordona. Melissa enjoys dancing, spending time with her friends. She hopes to attend college at Juilliard and become a professional dancer and work in the dance industry. Wyatt is the son of Aaron and Dan Polacek. Wyatt is a member of the Leadership 9 class, as well as part of the Liquid Lightning swim team and the Lake Orion High School swim team as well. He'd like to study statistical analysis and at the University of Indiana and hopes to swim in college. Again, our freshman representatives, Wyatt and Melissa. Representing the class of 2022, the sophomores. Please welcome Miranda Lasso and Derek Steele. Miranda is the daughter of Jose Lasso and Maria Lopez. She's been awarded a bilingual literacy certificate in German and enjoys swimming. She would have liked to attend McGill University and study business. Derek is the son of Dawn and Chris Steele. Derek is a member of the baseball team, the powerlifting team, and part of the marching band program. He hopes to attend Central Michigan University and study sports broadcasting in his future. Our junior class representatives are Mia Pistano and Mark Smith. Mia is the daughter of Noelle and Cecile Pisano. She's involved in Dragon MD, Q Club, SOS, National Honor Society, and the leadership class. She hopes to attend the University of Michigan to study nursing. Mark is the son of Shawana and Darren Smith. Mark is on the basketball team at Lake Orion High School and hopes to attend Michigan State to study marketing. Our first senior pair tonight. Please welcome Representatives Paige Lagerquist and Spencer Hazel. Paige is the daughter of Kim and Dave Lagerquist. She would like to attend Montana State University and study wildlife biology. Paige is the captain of the Lake Orion High School lacrosse team, head of a business team, treasurer of Rho Kappa National Honor Society, a member of Model UN, and a member of our ski team. Spencer is the son of Pam Hazel and Randy Hazel. He hopes to attend the University of Michigan to study international studies, economics, and public policy. Spencer is the editor-in-chief of the Dragon Yearbook, president of Rho Kappa National Honor Society, vice president of cultural outreach, a member of the leadership class, and a member of the National Honor Society. Again, a warm welcome for our first senior pair, Paige and Spencer. Our second senior pair tonight are representatives Kate Barker and Adam Tisch. Adam is the son of Tracy and Dave Tisch. He would like to attend Michigan and study biochemistry. Adam is the president of National Honor Society, a member of the Science Honor Society, Math Honor Society, runs cross country, and plays baseball at Lake Orion High School. Kate is the daughter of Kimberly Long and Bill Barker. Kate hopes to attend Michigan State to study medicine. She is a member of the National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, Dragon MD, Students Offering Support, and is a dancer at LA Dance. But we love Kate the most because she is the president of the student leadership class. Our third representatives tonight are pairs Mackenzie Ford and Joey Barron. Mackenzie is the daughter of Tayana and Norman Ford. Mackenzie hopes to attend Wayne State, study business and management. She's the president of Ascend Youth Coalition, a member of Delta Gem, and she owns her own eyelash business that you can find online called Fleek by Kinsey Pooh. Joey is the son of Diana and Dave Barron. He hopes to attend MSU to study computer science. He's a member of Lake Orion's track and cross-country teams. Again, our third pair, Mackenzie and Joey. Our fourth and final pair this evening are representatives Ani Reed and Teddy Hirschfield. Ani is the daughter of James and Patty Reed and will be attending Grand Valley State University in the fall to study criminal psychology. Ani is a member of the Leadership Development Workshop and part of the Lake Orion ski team. Teddy is the son of John and Stephanie Hirschfield. He's a member of the baseball team and part of our award-winning television production workshop. Teddy's also the Vice President of National Honor Society, and he works at Bad Brad's on Baldwin Road. Now, please give a warm welcome returning to Dragon Stadium after 1 year as our 2018 King and Queen. Please welcome back to the Dragon Field, King from last year, Justin Kepler, and Queen from last year, Michaela Allen. Both Justin and Michaela continued their love of green and white and are currently attending Michigan State University. At this time, as Michaela and Justin exit the vehicle to take the crowns and crown our new king and queen, we want to thank Mother Nature for the lack of the rain, and we want to make sure we all give a warm round of applause to all our talented dragons in the arts, the music, and the athletics. Again, shout out to our amazing graduating class of 2020 on their homecoming year this year. Justin, at this time, please take the crown and crown this year's 2019 homecoming king, Joey Barron. Congratulations, Joey. You are the new king. And Michaela, at this time, please take the crown and place it on the head of the 2019 homecoming queen, Kate Barker. Joey and Kate, congratulations. Your peers find you honorable and worthy of their votes. At this time, please step forward for photographic opportunities and tell your parents thank you for doing a good job. A warm round of applause for our 2019 homecoming king and queen, Joey Barron and Kate Barker. Court, you're an excellent representative of what it means to be a dragon. Congratulations to all of you. Ani, Mackenzie and Paige, Spencer, Adam and Teddy. Excellent work. Your classmates are proud of you. This concludes our homecoming halftime presentation. Again, let's get back to the game and go Dragons. Quick shout out to my husband, Jeff Hogan. Happy anniversary.
Hey, it's Owen TV here. Now, have you ever had the urge to create your own TV show? Or just wanted to see what goes behind the scenes of making one? Well, we have just the program for you. Owen TV offers production classes, which allow you to take control and create the programs you want them to be. To get started, all you have to do is sign up for a free orientation, and then register for one of our production courses. For more information, feel free to call us at 248-393-1060. Or go to orionontv.org and click register now to sign up for classes. We hope to see you soon.
Back at halftime, the Lake Orion Dragons lead 37-7. Let's take it down to the sidelines, and here's Dave Sosetsky with Coach Blackstock.
Guys, I'm down here with Coach Blackstock. Coach, started off a little slow in that first quarter. Talk a little bit about what you saw in the second quarter that changed.
Yeah, I think we started to clean up some mental mistakes. In the first quarter, we obviously had some turnovers that we really can't have, some mental mistakes on both sides of the ball, some missed check coverages, some missed assignments offensively, and we started to clean those up, and we need to continue to do that.
Now, obviously, the skilled players get a lot of the press, right? And rightfully so. Kobe Manzo, good first half. Can we talk a little bit about the guys that paved the way on that offensive line?
Yeah, they're coming along. That was kind of the big question mark at the beginning of the season, being a young group, kind of an inexperienced group, and they've grown up a lot in these, first 6.5 games.
Coach, just quickly here, keys to the second half?
Continuing what we started to do in the second quarter. Clean up those mistakes and make sure we're mentally sharp and continue to play with great effort.
Coach, good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. Okay, 37-7. The Dragons will receive the second half kickoff. Chris, you've got some halftime stats.
Well, yeah, it's 37-7. Excuse me, the most important. 155 yards rushing, 140 yards passing. So 295 total yards offense, pretty balanced as well. So, Van Heck, 14-yard touchdown run to start the scoring for Lake Orion. Van Heck at a second touchdown, 14-0. Bueno to Harris go to 14-7 for the Falcons. 67-yard touchdown for Manzo, put the Dragons up 21-7. Lake Orion had a safety for 2 points to go 23-7. Lauer 29-yard touchdown run to go up 30-7. And then a Manzo 1-yard touchdown under a minute left to go in that second quarter. Lake Orion up 37-7. So Lake Orion gets the ball to start the half, and with that long halftime ceremony, Lake Orion better be ready to come out and put some points on the board.
And from what you said, it was pretty balanced, a run-pass balance in the first half.
Well done. Yeah, I mean, Lauer had plenty of time, and when they did throw, and the throws that they had were big throws. Big completions for big yardage. So obviously it was a big touchdown run by Manzo, but that's one of the things that Lake Orion's done well. So well this year. Last week was obviously a little different, primarily running the ball. But if they can find ways offensively to utilize both the run and the pass with all their different playmakers, that makes it very difficult for an opponent to be able to stop somebody. And I think that's what we saw early on was Lake Orion trying to get guys like Robinson and other backs in there to try to carry the football. So you can't focus on one person and one person only.
And just as important, like we talked about before, that you get into a big point differential, you can get all those second team guys in, get them some playing time too. Short kickoff taken by Van Heck at the 30, and he vaults over the 35 near the 37, still not down yet, and falls forward to, looks like they've got him marked down right at the 40, where Lake Orion will take over 1st and 10.
There's a penalty marker on the field at about the 41-yard line.
Personal foul against Lake Orion, so that'll back them up. Our third quarter of action is underwritten by Classic Lanes, your home for family fun and entertainment in Rochester Hills. Their 32-lane facility offers state-of-the-art bowling equipment for both league and recreational bowlers. Check them out at myclassiclanes.com. 1st and 10, trips to the right. Lauer on the handoff. Marlon Robinson up the middle, stumbles forward for a couple, and it'll be 2nd down. And the scoreboard for the second half is underwritten by Lakes Community Credit Union. The not-for-profit institution has been providing financial services to the Oakland County area since 1937. give them a call at 248-814-4003. Marlon Robinson around the end. He's got a little opening, got a first down over the 40 to about the 42, and it'll be first down. And now the Dragons, we saw Lardell earlier. They can go with a 3-back rotation now if they want to. Marlin again coming around this side, cuts it upfield, breaks a tackle over the 45 to the 46. It'll be second down and 5.
Good patience by Robinson on that play. Didn't quite have the seam. Initially he thought he could get the edge, but then he kind of saw that he couldn't. He kind of stutter step, slowed down, and cut it back inside, gained a couple more yards.
Trips left. Plays, toss back to Marlin. Got a head of steam, got a first down, cuts it outside near the 40, still breaking tackles, and he's going to be taken down right about the 41. They're going to mark it at the 41-yard line. Good run on second down. Move the chains.
Good run, but you can tell from up here that Marlin runs a little bit upright. He's got to be able to protect that football. He's got to be able to run with a little bit more body lean. If there's anyone you want to learn from, it's that Manzo kid.
Oh, boy. Double wide, double slot. Marlin again. Nope. Blaze, toss back. Mitch Howell slips one tackle, slips another tackle, still on his feet inside the 20 to the 15, and the Dragons will move the chains again. We got a flag?
Right about the 35-yard line.
I think it's going to be an ineligible receiver downfield.
I think it's a hold.
Yep, hold. I saw one of the officials put his holding offense, declined, blocking the back offense. So we'll repeat first down. So 2 against the offense will back it up, and their spot fouls.
Just like the first drive of the first half, when Lake Orion had 3 penalties. Those are 3 big penalties that brought back big plays. Same thing right here.
Moves it back into Lake Orion territory on the 42-yard line. So they come out double wide, double slot. Starrick and Van Heck are this side. Marlin up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles and over midfield and down at the 49.
Yeah, it's a nice cutback by Marlin at about the Lake Orion 42-yard line.
He's a little shiftier than Kobe is. So that brings up second down and about 18, they're calling it. Marlin again for not much, maybe a yard. It'll be third down and 17 from the 48-yard line of Rochester. Approaching the 9:20 mark here in the third quarter. Dragons up 37-7. Dragons stay double wide, double slot. Blaze back to throw, looks, throws, got Van Heck. He's got a first down inside the 30. And he did just what he had to do. Got past the sticks and went down. Kept the clock running after they set the chains.
Nice concept because that route was open. The dig route on the upside. DePrinket was open as well.
Nazir Lardell checks in at tailback. Blaze looks, throws. Starrick a little too far. It'll be second down. And we talked about it. Now they're going with more of a back rotation. Lardell working his way into that rotation. I think if you see a score here, you will see a big personnel turnover next series for the Dragons. 2nd down and 10 from the 29. Handoff, Lardell gets down to the 25. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Call it 3rd and 7. From the 26, they've got it marked. Twins left, Twins right. Blaze looks, throws off the hands of Howell and intercepted and brought down at the 45-yard line is number 2, Camden Williams. Went off the hands of Mitch Howell. Right there.
It's a second ball Howell's dropped. He had a play in the first half. He's running a post route right over the middle. Dropped. That one ends up.
And look at Drew Van Heck come back up from his route and make the tackle. So Rochester's 1st and 10 from their own 45.
3 turnovers tonight for Lake Orion.
And it's now going to be 1st and 15. Number 71, Noah Howes, jumped. So that'll back him up 5. And repeat 1st down. Jake McCaffrey in at one of the safety spots for the Dragons. Ball's on the ground. And Bueno does a good job just to fall on it. It's back at the 36-yard line. So now it's 2nd down and 19.
In a lot of situations tonight where we've had 2nd and long, 3rd and long.
Ethan Kowalik is in at left corner for the Dragons. Number 84, who I do not have on my roster, is in at one of the corner positions. Throw back, slips a tackle. Ari Curtis trying to get him, and Joey Theed makes the tackle. And it'll be 3rd down and 16 from the 39. Rochester comes out 4 receivers to the left, 1 receiver right. From the gun. Approaching 10 seconds on the play clock. Bueno back, looks, going down the corner, just overthrew. Number 1, Bobby Croner, and it'll be 4th down.
Tried to isolate that single receiver on the far side of the field, and he was actually open. The ball would just end up throwing high.
And Bueno, for being a freshman and his first varsity start, has not done a bad job tonight. He has done okay. I don't think he was sent out with the idea to try to win the game, but managed the
Sure,
game.
absolutely. Don't turn the ball over.
High punt, driving Howell back, takes it about the 20, curls back, trying to get upfield, and breaks a couple tackles, gets up to the 25, and we have a flag down on the, they're throwing it on the 20. It's probably a hold or a block in the back on the return. Yep, block in the back on the return team. So it's a spot foul. It'll back them up 10 yards, so the Dragons will take over 1st and 10 from their own 10. 6:12 to go here in the third with the Dragons up by 30.
I've lost track of the number of penalties, but I feel like you oftentimes hear people say that you could probably call a hold on every play.
Yeah.
I feel like tonight there's been a penalty almost every play.
Dekai Bell checks in at one of the wide receiver spots. Handoff up the middle. And
Dom Bruno in at quarterback for the
yeah.
Dragons.
Yep, Dom Bruno, number 12, the junior. Getting a little playing time. Alex Leogas in at one of the tight end spots. We'll try to set the roster. Handoff up the middle to Marlon Robinson. He's at the 10, maybe the 11. So it'll be 3rd down and 9. Number 6, Nick Graves, in at a wide receiver spot. Number 17, Amaru Abdullah Rahim, in a slot left. Down, back to throw, looks, almost picked off in and out of the hands of Camden Williams. He had it, and he had green grass in front of him. So 4th down for the Dragons. Connor Ross coming in to punt. So Connor will punt into the wind. Croner is back deep. High kick, angled toward the sidelines. Goes out of bounds at midfield. Good kick by Connor. As we said earlier, the scoreboard for the second half of this game is underwritten by Lakes Community Credit Union. The not-for-profit institution has been providing financial services to the Oakland County area since 1937. Give them a call at 248-814-4003. Rochester takes over 1st and 10 from midfield. 5 minutes to go here in the third.
Certainly Lake Orion's comfortable in this game, up 30 points. Looking at scores around the OAA Red, Clarkston 13, Rochester Adams 0 in the third quarter. And that's who Lake Orion plays next week.
Yes. Get there early for that one. Ryan Jackson on the carry.
13-7 now, Clarkston over Rochester Adams in the third.
So 2nd down and 6. Bueno throws complete to number 24, Preston Scheuer.
You give Bueno time, he throws a decent ball.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just that's the problem tonight. He hasn't had a lot of time.
He's gotten a little, you can see he's gotten a little more comfortable. So 1st and 10, handoff up the middle to Ryan Jackson. They're going to give him maybe a yard. Now they're going to give him 3 yards. The line judge marked off 1 yard. The field judge on this side, or the side judge, line judge, marked off a 3-yard gain. So 2nd down, 4 receivers right, single wide out is Croner left. Bueno, back to throw, got pressure, down he goes.
Fumble.
Ball's loose. I think the Dragons have it. We'll wait till they unstack.
Almost.
They have not made a call, so it's still Rochester's ball.
Marcoux was in there on this. Thought he had it, but Falcons came away with it.
So 3rd down and 8 from the 37. Trips to the right, Twins to the left. Bueno from the gun. Dragons bringing everybody. Complete. Number 24, Preston Scheuer, slips a tackle, and we have a flag down. He slipped the tackle of Jake McCaffrey and went in for the touchdown, and this one's coming back because of a hold. It's a spot foul. The flag is down at the 21-yard line, so it'll come back to the 31.
You know what, Doug? We've talked about these before in past years, past games, is that those wide receivers are out on an island trying to block a defensive back, and they're working their tails off trying to stay square and trying to sustain that touchdown block, we call it. And just, boy, how many times tonight have you seen that penalty being called against a wide receiver on either side, working their tail off trying to make a block? It's unfortunate.
So it's 3rd and 3. Bueno back, got pressure, going down. Oh my goodness. Joey Theed in on the sack. So now it's 4th down and 8. There's the previous play. So it's 4th down and 8. Under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Bueno looks, throws, caught, Scheuer. And he's going to be short of the 1st down. He's on the 30-yard line. Let's see.
They like throwing that out cut.
One of the officials was lined up on the 30, which would have meant they're a yard short. And the head linesman took one step over to the 29. 2 backs in the backfield this time in an I formation. Bueno in the gun. Twins right, single wide left. Jesus Cruz back in at the nose. And not much of a gain. Joe Cady grabbed him first around the ankles. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 28.
It's interesting the deliberate tempo that the Falcons are going with.
Yeah, we've seen it before. There's no sense of urgency. Twins right, single wide left. Throw over the middle, intended for Kroner, and that was that same pattern they ran to score the touchdown earlier, and this time there was just no one there. So it's 3rd and 9 with 46.5 seconds to go in the 3rd. Now, I know you're down by 30, but you still got to have that sense of urgency.
Absolutely. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that, again, it's a freshman quarterback playing, and he's still getting his feet wet, if you will. But you're right. Those are things you have to prepare for and plan for over the course of your weeks of practice.
Yeah.
And maybe he's only had a week or so, if that, being the head man, the lead dog, if you will.
Pressure. Dragons going down. Joe Cady again.
How fast is he? I don't want to say it, but it's almost like nobody's there. He's there that fast. By the time Bueno gets the ball, he doesn't have a chance to gather it, cradle it, and throw it.
We have seen Bueno try to go, but you know what? If you're a senior on this team, you have to tell him we are going to bust our butts for you so you don't feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. I think they're just content to let the quarter end here.
Yeah. The clock will run out before the play clock. We have played 3. The Lake Orion Dragons, 37. The Rochester Falcons, 7. While we have a break, let's send it down to Dave Sasevsky.
Hey guys, as we've talked many times, the Oakland Red is a tough division. In the preseason, Lake Orion wasn't getting a lot of love. And right now, they're in place with West Bloomfield at 5-1. West Bloomfield right now 35-0 over Bloomfield Hills. So with just a couple weeks to play, they're right there in it. Coach Blackstock has preached all season long, don't take the rat poisoning. What's that mean exactly? Don't listen to the chatter. Just play your game. And who would have thought with a couple weeks to go, they're right there with it. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, it's something we've talked about all season long is we did not expect this team to be able to keep up with West Bloomfield. Who would have thought that Clarkston, with one more loss, is just about out of playoff contention?
Well, Ian and I were talking here at halftime off camera, and they only have an 8-game schedule. They don't have a week 9. So they have to, if they win tonight against Adams, they have to win next week in order to make the playoffs. They can make it with the 5 wins, and they're 3-3 right now. They win tonight, it's 4. So how big a game is that next week?
Boy. Yeah.
At Clarkston.
Back to pass and down. Joey Theed came in, and it's the same thing. He came in almost unblocked. So it'll be turned over on downs. The Dragons will take over at the Rochester 45. We're 5 seconds into the fourth quarter. Dragons come out. Wholesale changes. Dom Bruno remains at quarterback. Handoff. Lardell coming around the side, breaks a tackle, keeps his legs churning into an over midfield, and they called him down because of forward motion, but he kept those legs churning. They're going to mark him down at the 50 after a gain of 5.
You know what, Doug? It sure looked like his forward motion was still going in motion.
It sure did.
Boy, it's a quick whistle on that.
Twins to the right, single wide out left, and we got flags all over the place. False start against the Dragons. That'll back them up, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And that's what you get when you've got new personnel in there. Not a lot of game experience, but this is what they're here for. Ball's on the ground, and Dom did the right thing just to fall on it. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 15 from the 40 at the 11-minute mark.
You know, the thing is, though, these players that are playing right now, they're one play away from playing.
Exactly.
I don't want to say in crunch time, but the point is that you just never know. You've got to be prepared. You've got to be ready. And these things, I don't care what, if you're a first stringer, second stringer, third stringer, these things gnaw at a coaching staff when you can't get plays off, you go in motion, you jump, all those things. You just got to be able to eliminate that stuff.
Mason Slocum and Dan Babcock are still in on the left side of the offensive line. Henry Bilecki is the center. Lardell up over the 50 on 3rd down. It'll be 4th down and 5 from midfield. And the Dragons are going to punt it away. Tell you what, Nazir Lardell has had a few carries, but he's shown some power. I can see why they're very high on him in the future. Connor Ross sets up office on the 36. Nice kick. Hits at this. Going to the 10, the 5. Can they down it? They knock it down.
That's
down at the 1.
That's a heck of a play.
What a job by Marlon Robinson. No, that was not. That was number 9, Luke Spencer. Did a great job of tapping it back as it went in the end zone, and Rochester will start 1st and 10 at the 1.
Nice punt by Connor Ross to get that roll, to punt away from the returner and get a nice roll. And Coach Blackstock's got to like that, being a special teams guru.
That's what you coach on Thursdays. Thursdays is usually special teams day, and that's the thing you work on. So 1st and 10 from inside the 1. Bueno under center. Handoff. And they're going to be trapped again for a safety. What a job by this Dragon defense. 2 safeties in one game. It now makes it 39-7. And the Dragons will get the ball back again. Looks like Brock Iwanski is the one that got him for the safety.
The Dragon defenders, front 7, have been in the backfield of the Falcons all night long. Doesn't matter what part of the field it has been. They've been living a yard or two into the Falcons' backfield. It's very tough to run the football, to throw the football when that happens.
We're going to try to get a few words with Coach Powell in postgame. And it's you just can't say enough about the job he has done with this Dragon defense this year. Mitch Howell will drop back deep. Oh, I'm sorry, Sinai Pillow. Short ground ball kick picked up by Howell, and he goes down at the 47-yard line. Gave himself up, and the Dragons will take over 1st and 10. That low kick like that, if you're one of the defenders, you want to be able to catch it with your hands. Don't try to get it into your body, because it does some funny things once it hits shoulder pads.
Does some funny things off that turf, too.
It does. So the Dragon offense comes out. Dom Bruno is the quarterback. Marlon Robinson, the running back. Twins left, single wide right. Backs in an I. Marlon up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles. He's in the open field, and we've got another flag down about the 49-yard line. And it's a false start against the Dragons. But, Chris, you're right. It seems like some of these flags are coming out really fast.
Yep, absolutely.
That's the old saying, if the flag comes out, it happened. If no flag comes out, it didn't happen. So we'll repeat 1st down. This time it'll be 1st and 15. Ball's marked on the 43. Marlon again up the middle, breaks a tackle, got some open field, got a 1st down and more, puts a stiff arm out, and he's run out of bounds at the 11, 12-yard line. Oh, now they're marking him back to the 14.
Does a nice job of keeping the body low, running over that Falcon would-be tackler. Great job up front.
Look at the lean. Now he gets
There's
the lean in there.
Does a nice job of transferring the ball to the outside arm and give a stiff arm on Scheuer to get him down to inside the 15-yard line.
Marlin again, off tackle, gets a few. He's inside the 10 to the 8. Where it'll be second down.
You're right, Doug. You talk about the lean,
Yeah.
and he ran that.
It's running downhill. That's what
Absolutely.
you preach.
Absolutely.
Run downhill. Handoff, fullback, up the middle. Number 3, Alwyn Muzan. Touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons. Everybody was going to key on number 5. Hey, give it to number 3. And tell me that doesn't feel good to him.
Spread the wealth, huh?
Yeah.
Especially on homecoming week, knowing that in 8:48, all right, you're on the Lake Orion Dragons football team, you've clinched a playoff spot.
Absolutely, yes. Number 31, Andy Bryant, in for the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, kick is good. 8:48 to go. It's now Lake Orion 46, Rochester 7. Our fourth quarter is underwritten by Legacy 925, located at 925 North Lapeer Road in Oxford. Legacy 925 is your one-stop shop for family fun, providing dining, music, entertainment, go-karts, trampolines, and so much more. To find out, visit their website, thelegacy925.com.
The last score from the Clarkston-Adams game, Adams 14, Clarkston 13.
Oh my. We will try to keep you up to date on that as the evening progresses.
Correction, 21-14, Clarkston over Adams now.
Okay. So that's going to be back and forth.
Fourth quarter action.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time, though. The OAA Red. I mean,
Yeah.
it just
Nothing better.
Lake Orion, West Bloomfield, Clarkston, Adams. I mean, good quality football.
Bryant puts a foot into it. Low kick taken on the 5. Up over the 20, cut outside. He's got a little seam along the side. And Nick Graves ran him out of bounds. And that was great technique on a return. We talked about it even last night. Use that sideline as an extra defender. So Rochester takes over 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. And it was put out last week, and of course this is last week before we really decide who had wins, but if the playoffs had started tonight, Lake Orion would have been at Lapeer.
I saw that, yes.
Where we started the season.
That's right.
So 1st and 10 from the 39. We have a different quarterback in there. Ryan Jackson in at quarterback. Had to take a minute for a little equipment adjustment. So Jackson in the gun. Handoff up the middle. I believe that was Scheuer. Nope, number 36, Andy Koss on the run.
Rochester putting in some wholesale substitutions as well offensively.
Yeah. They have twins left, or one wide out left, twins right, backs in an offset eye. And another flag. Handoff goes to number 36, Andy Koss again. Let's see what this is for. Procedure call against Rochester. That'll back them up 5 and make it 2nd down and 13.
So if you're the Dragons looking into obviously big game against Clarkson, it's obviously for playoff seeding. It's obviously going on the road to play Clarkston. It's obviously your biggest rival, right? But and Clarkston looks like they're a little down this year compared to what they have been last year. But if you're Lake Orion, what do you, what the good from tonight, the bad from tonight? What are you going to be looking at in terms of the things to focus on? Obviously, you're going to have to watch a ton of film on Clarkston. They've got a freshman running back now. They've obviously got two stud players in Spindler and Dillinger that are big linemen that play both ways for Clarkston. A lot of things to focus on, but from a Lake Orion standpoint, boy, the ability to be efficient in offensively, the ability to fast flow on defense, and it's the rivalry in and of itself brings a lot out of both teams. And there's a fumble.
Ball's on the ground.
And there's still some things. I'm sure Coach Blackstock will say it after the game. There's still some things, even in a 46-7 game, that you need and want to clean up.
We saw it tonight, and it's the thing we've been saying. They looked like they were going to clean it up, but we still had way too many penalties tonight.
Absolutely.
We had more turnovers than we're used to seeing.
You are correct. And so those are, the score looks like the score, but when you sit down and break down film tonight, tomorrow morning, you sit down with the players, those are the things you're going to have to start to tweak and rectify, because as you get on further into the season, you can't afford those turnovers. You can't lose the turnover margin like you have so far tonight. You can't jump off sides on 2nd and 10 to make it 2nd and 50. You can't do those things. And so a lot of things to work on. That's why the game of football is so great. There's always something to get better at.
The punt, the Dragons had no one back. The punt took a huge Lake Orion bounce. Dragons will take over 1st and 10 from the 45 with 4:50 to go.
Clarkston 27, Rochester Adams 14.
Yeah. Okay. Bruno, handoff. Number 7, Austin Roll, for no gain. Maybe lost a half yard. Dragons come up, twins left, tight end left, single back in the backfield is Roll. He gets the ball up the middle, makes a tackler miss, got a first down over to 45. Real quick, let's go down to Dave Sasevsky.
Hey guys, just a little bit of a case of deja vu, right? Lake Orion doing everything right once again. And what they do every game is control the field position. They don't allow their opponents to get into these games. They take control and they don't let off. So, there's such thing as good teams and there's teams that love to play with each other. And this is definitely a team that's enjoying it. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Dave. Pat Ray on the carry. Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. It will be 3rd down. 2nd and 10. Dragons come out twins right. Tight end lined up this side. Handoff, Pat Ray up the middle, breaks a couple tackles. He's got a first down inside the 30. Look at that big number 98.
Yeah, that's a nice run. Nice run by Ray.
Yeah.
You just don't expect to be calling 98.
No, number 98 on the carry.
Nice cut back inside.
Hey, it worked for Tom Harmon. Twins right. Rolls a long setback alongside Bruno. He gets the carry up the middle. Gets about 3. It'll be 2nd down as we approach 2:40.
Yeah, I missed those Tom Harmon days. I wasn't quite.
You're used to watching his son.
That's right. On TV.
Actually, I did watch his son. He was a good college quarterback at UCLA. 2nd down. 1 wide out each side. Roll again, breaks it outside and tripped up with an ankle tackle by number 10, Paul Batt. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 4. Griffin Firestein checks in at a slot receiver. Dakai Bell split wide right. Pat Ray on the carry. Carries a defender with him down to the 22, and it'll be 4th down. And you might as well eat the clock and go for it on 4th down.
Absolutely, absolutely.
2 wideouts. Pat Ray again, he's jammed up, and he's not going to get the first down. The Dragons will turn it over on downs with 1:15 left to go. Next week, the Dragons will travel to Clarkston. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock. This will be one of the few instances we will be unable to either bring you or stream Dragon football coverage. Handoff up the middle. By number 36, Andrew Koss. Gain of 1. It'll bring up 2nd down as we're inside a minute. The scoreboard is about a second ahead of the play clock, so this should be the last play of the game. Handoff up the middle. Jammed up, no game. It'll bring up 3rd down, but we're under 10 seconds. The Dragons put on a show for homecoming weekend, defeating the Rochester Falcons 46-7. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Orion Dragon football here on Orion Neighborhood Television. We'll be right back. Down on the field on a homecoming weekend, the Lake Orion Dragons had defeated the Rochester Falcons 46-7. Chris, it's pretty much it is what we thought it would be.
It is 46-7. They dominated in all facets of the game. 2 safeties tonight, as you mentioned earlier. Offense was balanced, both running the pass. A lot of kids got playing time tonight, and it's really special, especially during a week of homecoming. I mean, look at all these people on the field here just coming out and celebrating. The kids are going to have a great time tomorrow night at the dance. But you know what? 6-1 right now. They clinch a playoff spot, and I'm trying to follow the score of the Adams-Clarkston game right now, but it's this week of preparation is going to be huge for the Dragons.
It's the old thing. You enjoy it tonight, because tomorrow night you go back to work.
Absolutely.
And you go back because you have Clarkston, and Coach Blackstock is working his way over. Yeah, he's coming over now. We'll give him a little. We want you first. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
It is what we thought it would be. You got a lot of kids playing time and another playoff appearance.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited to be in and not have to sit around and try to calculate points and figure out are we in and wait till Sunday night. It's nice to know that we're in and we can move on to other business now.
Yeah, we were following Clarkston all night, and we said
27-21.
Oh, wow.
Clarkston's up.
Okay.
So
good.
It's the old thing, you enjoy it tonight, but you go back to work tomorrow.
Absolutely, and that's what we've talked about with this group, and they've done a great job of, you've got permission to smile on this one for 24 hours, and then after that smile comes off, and it's back to work, and they've done that. They've done a great job with that.
Call Coach Powell back. We got to get a word with
absolutely.
Coach Powell. In the meantime, we'll call Blaze Lauer. And Blaze, come on over and talk. Yeah. Congratulations on a homecoming win as a senior.
Thank you.
You didn't have to do as much with the ball tonight. Everybody shouldered the load. How'd that feel?
It's we did what we had to do. Anybody on our offense can make plays, and I just enjoyed the win.
Yeah. Homecoming win, senior year. leader of the team. It's one of the things you're going to carry with you for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. This is a real tight team. I'm gonna remember this forever, and I love these guys.
We talk about you, we talk about Manzo, we talk about your skill receivers. Talk about the guys up front. How important are they to you and your success offensively?
Yeah, I love those guys. They're the ones that make our offense work. Without them, it'd be pretty hard to do anything. So,
get to enjoy this tonight, but then you got Clarkston. Every football player loves a challenge. Tell us what you're looking for in Clarkston.
And we've had this schedule on the calendar since last season when we lost them in the playoffs. So, we're going to come to practice this week with a high focus, good intensity, and I think we'll enjoy the outcome on Friday.
Great game, Blaze. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
All right.
Good job.
Thank you.
We'll see if Isaac, come on in. Isaac Kinney, great game tonight.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Senior year homecoming, a dominating win. How's it feel?
It feels great, this atmosphere that we're always around, including this homecoming week. It's just always great to have this community that supports us, and we get to put on a show for them, for all the work they do for us.
You were active in the middle. You were stopping at the point of attack. How easy was this offense of Rochester to read tonight?
I think our defense, we played well. The offense wasn't the best competition that we have played, but we just played as a team and as a unit.
We're going to talk to him shortly, but talk about what Coach Powell has done and added to the defense this year.
Coach Powell is one of the most smartest football. I don't know how smart he is on paper, but football, he's pretty damn smart. He just coming in, setting a new defensive front from a 4-3 to a 4-2-5, and having the kids be able to adjust on the same brainwave as he. It's amazing that we can operate with him.
All right. Isaac, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Get ready for Clarkston next week.
Well done. Have a great one.
Rick Powell, come on in. Congratulations on a win.
Nice job.
The last time we talked to you, we said, how long did it take for the defensive players to buy into your system? It's done it, and how proud of you are these kids?
Yeah, we talk all the time. I'm so proud of them, and we always have high expectations. We set challenges for them every week, every day in practice. Have goals in the game, and every single time they come out and meet those expectations, and even exceed them at times. And we got a nice playoff berth tonight, but we're not done yet.
Hey, 2 safeties in one game. That's almost unheard of.
Yeah, Coach Jennings came to me after the game and said, I don't think we've ever had 2 safeties in the game, and I don't know how long, if ever. And we had them pinned back in a couple good situations with our punter, and our guys just pinned their ears back and went after him. So.
Yeah. Are you going to watch any game film this week?
Quite a bit, yeah. I think so. Yeah, it's a big one for our guys, and they know it. I mean, everybody knows it, and nothing's going to change on the defensive side of the ball. We just got to make sure we come out and play our job and do what we do.
You came here. We hope you found a home, and we hope we're going to see you on the sidelines wearing the green and white for a long time.
I couldn't be happier. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Nice
Thank you.
job.
Thank you.
So that about wraps it up from the field and the end of a great homecoming weekend. I say the end of it because I don't think you and I are invited to the dance.
I didn't get my ticket. No.
Yeah, but again, after a dominating win by the Dragons, all focus turns now to Clarkston. What do you see from Clarkston?
A team that, early on, I think struggled, but seemingly they're getting their mojo back, if you will. And if they end up holding off Rochester Adams tonight, as we talked about, they have to win next week because they only have an 8-game schedule. They have to win next week in order to make the playoffs. So it would be odd to see a Clarkston team not in the MHSAA playoffs. I mean, I don't know how else I can build it up other than the fact next week is a huge game for both programs.
So that'll wrap it up from the field. For our producer-director, Joey Tysick, the boss, Ian Lott, came in and worked graphics tonight. Tessa Bratton stepped in when it's needed, filling in for Joe Johnson. From my broadcast partner, Chris Fritching, our sideline reporter, Dave Sasevsky, I'm Doug Corliss. Thank you for watching. Good night, everyone.